Hey everybody, well look on the screen. This is the granddaughter. Remember, she and her boyfriend, he said that the grandparents are already murdered. And so he decides, well, gee, since they're gone now, I'm going to go ahead and just take the car. And allegedly sell it for a couple of $100. Sounds kind of crackish to me. But now they're saying the granddaughter, don't forget, this is the same one who allegedly, remember when the police, they asked her questions before and then they ask again. It's like, oh, wait a second. Then the follow-up answers to the questions seem to change. That right there kind of put her on the radar, in my opinion. Then they showed when they showed after the fact when I believe the boyfriend or ex-boyfriend was arrested, whom the grandparents helped out. They fed him, had him in the home, let him shower there. Ergo, which makes sense why when this happened with the grandparents, there wasn't anything to indicate forced entry. So I did a video also when the news showed up and I asked her, hey, so what are your thoughts about, an arrest being made to your grandparents? And she was just nonchalant, her response spoke volumes. She just seemed nonchalant. Do you have a comment? No. And she just kept on doing what she was doing in her car as if someone said, hey, have you seen a missing cat? It's like polka dot. And you're like, you would think, well, there's no such thing as a polka dotted cat that I've seen. So yeah, this person's cuckoo. So you're just gonna say like, no, to be dismissive. You gave an answer for them to go on. That's how I interpreted her. There was nothing like, oh, I'm so glad, I'm relieved. Well, now we know why. They're saying that she paid her ex $1,000 after grandparents murdered. And think, what life is that cheap, huh? 1,000. Most you can really pay most people's apartment rent with $1,000. Let's go ahead and get to it. This right here is just it's really sad.
Twist in the murder of an elderly couple. Their granddaughter has now been arrested, and today she faced a judge twice. Local Times' Laren Livingston is live in Fort Lauderdale with the latest. Laren.
Authorities wasted no time either. They presented this case to the grand jury on Wednesday. This woman was in handcuffs yesterday, and again, she was back in court this morning and this afternoon. We were there last night as 34-year-old Jaleesa Hill was escorted into the Broward County Jail. This morning,
you're charged with 2 counts of murder in the first degree.
She appeared before a Broward County judge accused of killing her grandparents.
I don't have no sympathy. Because at the end of the day,
that's the stepson speaking.
Was my mama that I lost. And my dad.
Yeah. Dennis Parker's parents, Major and Claudette.
Parker, that's his parents. And I believe he mentioned that the man was his stepdad. So his mother and stepfather, the grandparents that were murdered.
Melvin was shot to death in their Fort Lauderdale home back in March. Their red Ford Fusion had also been stolen. Maurice Newsom, Hill's ex-boyfriend, was later arrested for stealing and selling the couple's car. Police say Hill worked with her ex to kill her grandparents.
Wow.
Her arrest report details the conflicting stories she gave detectives about who would inherit her grandparents' home, about her interactions with her ex. It notes how she called the car insurance company to file a claim on the stolen car on behalf of her grandparents days after their death. Never telling the insurance rep, though, that her grandparents were dead.
Wow.
Police say she did, however, ask who the insurance check would be made out to.
So let's guess. She probably thought by her being the granddaughter, I don't know if she had a POA, but stop and think. Okay, the car stolen by the boyfriend, reported stolen for the insurance company. So guess she's gonna be facing insurance fraud. So then she would probably expect to maybe in her mind, okay, I'll get the check from that, get the house. Wow, that inheritance dropping a little early, huh? All by design, murder of her grandparents. Wow.
Police also say that she zelled her ex $1,000 weeks after the murder.
The charges are 2 counts of murder in the first degree.
Hill was back in court this afternoon, reappearing with a newly hired attorney. She was held without bond. And Dennis Parker's words to his niece.
And if you had anything to do with it, like I said, I want you to rot in hell.
Well, now we know she did have something to do with it because they're saying she was behind and paid the boyfriend $1,000.
Very candid, very emotional, and that victim's son, he says anybody else who may be connected to this, be they family members or not, he says hopefully everybody involved will be prosecuted to the fullest.
Well, I think so. But can you imagine? Again, the seed of poverty D, you have to be very careful of who you let into your life. That's why some people move how they move. Oh, I don't want that person around. I get it. I used to think when I was younger, oh, being such snob. What they worry about what somebody's family comes from? I used to think that growing up. I really did when I was a teenager. Well, what kind of family that boy comes from? Why they always worried about this? Why they just a bunch of snob? I used to label my family that way. I mean, I just did, especially, my mom kind of, it was like, oh, yeah, you know how they do. You get older, you seem to now understand. Because, see, the sad thing is, if they had not dealt with her, I don't care for this family. And see, in the BC, we're bad about that. We will get punished for not dealing with a bottom of the barrel character. Now we gotta all be together. Now, no, we don't. Sometimes all being together is what get you got. No, we can't shut so and so out. And I noticed they will say that so quickly when it's a dust bucket. No, we can't do that. But they don't say, what I don't hear typically in the BC is, oh, this person started a business. We got to all support that business now. It's family. Well, no, we ain't got to do that. But when it comes to a dust bucket, when it comes to dusty behavior, when it comes to ignorance, when it comes to somebody who keep on doing the same old dumb stuff over and over again, then here you go. Well, we just can't, no, we can't do that. I got a news flash. Oh, yes, we can. Yes, we can go ahead and leave Glocktavius alone. Yes, we can ignore Stabtavius. Yes, we can ignore, we can go ahead and keep our distance from baby mama who loved Glocktavius and the drama. Hitting everybody's pockets up. Oh, yes, we can. No, we can't do that. Now, yes, we can. Or it's like Christian. Well, not everybody believes in Christianity. And if you want to go to Christian route, I got something for you too, honey. If you want to go Christian route, because I know they're trying to let that little guilt trip on you sometimes, the little church ladies. You know what it also says in the scripture? I remember reading something that says, he wouldn't leave you ignorant. So that kind of it makes me think he wouldn't want you to keep on making ignorant decisions. It also says, don't cast your pearl to swine. Turn around and rend you. Why? That's what Dusties do. The hospitality of their home. Look what happened. And then to be shot to death, so violent. So if she was fitting the narrative of dust buckets are us, I'm sorry to say, they just should have left her alone. But I know, oh no, I get it. But sometimes you have to. Ex-boyfriend. Again, I was wondering, like, hey, there was no forced entry on this somebody that they know. $1,000. Can you imagine the many times they have kept this girl? Buying her things. Hey, so being there, and look, I said before, said again, do not get hurt trying to help, because there are people, it can be family or friends, because that's who can really get you, get the ups on you. It can be family or friends. You look up some of the same people, you have a good heart and you want to help. Guess what? Some of the same ones that's close to you, when you help them, believe it or not, they'll be in your home, in your space, in your world, and they'll be looking around and assessing what you've got. And truth be told, if the shoe was on the other foot, what you're doing for them, honey, they wouldn't do for you. Truth be told, if the shoe was on the other foot, if they just had what you had and the shoe was on the other foot, they wouldn't be helping you. Oh, no. They would leave you where you are. What I would do. But see, right now, they're going to go ahead and keep that little hatred under wraps because, see, they're desperate. They need some help right now. Oh yeah, so they'll go ahead and keep that little jealousy. Then they'll keep it under wrap, just till this is possible. But go ahead, you'll see if the shoe is on the other foot. Let them go ahead and get a little come up, a little pull up, off of you. Oh, let things go. You can have them. I kid you not. They can win a lottery. Oh, they're supposed to stay in my house. They can win a lottery. Oh, they got $2 million. Look at that. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, my cousin won. My brother, my sister. It might even be mama. I'm sorry. Yay! Woo! Hey, hey. And they might get their lottery ticket. They ain't coming home today. I can get other stuff there. Might go on with their life, and you'll be waiting. Well, they probably have to go get the check. I understand that. We probably gonna hear from. Start calling. Might have a whole new number. But when they were down, I know you were there for them. Yeah, I know. But how could they? People show you who they are. You might want to believe them. Just might. And sometimes people are so conniving you can't see it. Sometimes your love for your friends and your family, you can't see it until something major happens. If someone would have told that little couple that, oh my God, this was going to happen, they wouldn't have believed it. Hey, you know what? Her ex-boyfriend's going to come in. So don't let him in the house. He's going to shoot you because it's like really a low-life character. And so is your granddaughter. They probably would have never believed it. Blinded by the love of sometimes we overlook things because it's the idea of family and friends. It's the idea and the concept. We got a newsflash for you. Sometimes an idea or the concept of friends and family, sometimes the idea is not reality. They were shot. Kill your grandparents. And then pay this character $1,000. Ma'am, you have any comment? The arrest made in the murder of your grandparents? No. Of course, because she's, based on the report, she's in on it. The mastermind, probably. I doubt it was his dumb idea. Well, I mean, it could have been. But we know she's the one that's paying him like the hitman. He must be the hood hitman, $1,000 take a life. Man, I get that $1,000. I'm saying, man, I'm just going to be the chocolate drop hood, man. Call me from jail. So that's why, sometimes you see low vibrational people in your family, your friends. You might want to back up. Well, no, I don't want to do that. No, okay. You might want to back off to preserve your pocketbook, your sanity, and your life. Because you deal with a dust bucket, chances are somebody might go night-night. She is being held, last I checked, without bond. I hope she gets life at best. And they should put a picture of her grandparents on that prison cell so she can see why. Every morning you wake up, this is why you're here. How evil can you be, your grandparents? Dustin's, they're just like their man. Dusty's being drama, heartache, and trauma. The financial implications is too many of these characters in the nation. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share.